So about a week ago, there's this racehorse called the Grass Wonder has passed away at the age of 30. But averagely, a horse lifespan lasts about 25 years, so he did live a pretty long life. And somehow the passing of this horse has got massive attention from around the world because of the rise of a game called Umamusume. Basically a horse training game for them to race. It is in fact one of the most successful games on the Steam right now, even surpassed the Counter-Strike. And the game turned this racehorse into an anime girl. Her name is also Grass Wonder, basically adopting the identity of that horse. Like you could even see they have the same mark on the forehead. And naturally, people grieve over his passing. You could see a lot of related art on the Twitter, and with the release of Wplace not long ago, and naturally, there are people organized themselves and made a memorial out of his passing. For those who are not familiar with the Wplace, it's basically a website, and it literally has a world map as a canvas, so you could draw anything on the world map. But basically this canvas is shared, and anyone who visits the website could draw anything over your drawing, and everyone has limited amounts of paint. From what I see is 30 seconds per pixel, and they create this memorial on a place in Philippines. The original picture is actually AI generated without organizer knowing, but then they later find an artist to fix the art to adjust some of the details that the AI art didn't get. The original art itself might be AI generated, but in order to paint this canvas, it is the community effort. Like every dot, every pixel that you see, it has to be done with multiple people in order to complete this. This is unquestionably one of the most beautiful things I've seen on the internet for a really long while. Well, actually not that long ago, because the Umamusume community has donated a bunch of high quality grass to a retired horse called the Ulala. Umamusume has to be the most positive community amongst all the gacha game. You could never ever heard these types of story from other gacha game other than Umamusume. It does restore some of my faith in the humanity a bit, and a bunch of losers step in and decide to destroy this memorial for a passing horse with the same energy with the bullies kicking down a sand castle that a 5-year-old kid made, just to enjoy seeing this kid crying, enjoying their 5-minute power tripping. If you're involved with this vandalization, you are a huge piece of shit. Septic tank is the only place you belong to. Cause you have all the free time in the world, instead of minding your own business, you decide to get your pleasure out of destroying other people's hard work. And it's not just an ordinary hard work, it's a memorial that is supposed to be there to grieve for a passing horse that they care. It's basically a digital funeral. And I say that seriously. And we have already seen cases like that in WoW. You're vandalizing it not because it's an AI art, not because it's an anime girl, and not even because you hate Umamusume. It's because this memorial got a lot of traction, it got a lot of spotlight on, and you decide to steal the spotlight, and instead of getting applause, you get the joy out of people crying over it. It took a lot of layers of degeneracy for you to enjoy this kind of thing. The malicious intent of these people is mind-boggling. And what even surprised me more is that it is collective and it is organized. I can't believe that people would get out of their way and take part of this vandalization. The levels of cringe is off the rooftop, and it's actually kind of easy to read them. They're probably thinking that there's some kind of evil mastermind behind the back, like the Yagami Light. Oh, I'm so bad and so evil. But in fact, they're just poop-throwing goblin and wiping their face unknowingly with the hand that they just throw the poop, and expect people could recognize them. And the only way they could sort out for the recognition is through these negative one. It is pathetic. So at first, people will believe that it was done by other gaming community, the Deltarune. They just draw the Deltarune characters over it. But then later, people find out that it was being committed by a group from 4chan, which is the website that's known for being anonymous, which is pretty much the reflection of themselves in real life. They couldn't take any form of accountability. And they came out with this evil plan that they're gonna pretend that they are the Deltarune community and trying to create drama from the shadow or something. But eventually people do find out. And they even make art about they're now cool with it. Well, at least that's what I could gather. I don't actually really know about everything. The community does actually fight back and try to restore the art over days. And eventually, it is not looking good. Well, just as I thought, the art is already getting ruined because yesterday when I checked it, it wasn't looking like this. And it seems like the community is winning at this point. And as you can see, the fight is still going on out there. And it's definitely crazy. And as I visit the website, I actually saw people draw dicks over it. And it's so hard to watch for me, so I kind of did some of my due diligence and removed some of the dick by painting over it. And the amounts of dick that I removed from the canvas probably set me up for a pretty good path of career, being a professional dick remover. And I'm proud of it. And it's not like if you explain the gravity of it, they would become a changed man and regret what they're doing. It's the opposite. They are having fun doing the bad thing because they feel they got the power over you on the pixel canvas on the internet. So that's why I said they are pathetics, because this is what makes them satisfied about it. Overpower somebody in the most trivial thing possible. It shows nothing but how little they are. I'm not saying that they are scammers, but the energy behind it is like one of those videos when a scammer scamming some 80 years old grandma on the other side of the planet. They mock her and giggles about this successful attempts of scam. And this is exactly the mentality they are having right now. The more you cry about it, the more fulfilled they're gonna be. This is basically their magnum opus. Cause they couldn't even clean their own room. And they couldn't achieve anything else in their life. And what's even more funnier is that you could actually pay for the paint. If they actually pay for the paint to ruin other people's work, then it's gonna be even more pathetic at the comedic levels. This makes spending hundreds of thousands on gacha game seems to be reasonable. I know that this kind of website is actually being designed around the community war, contesting the popular spot, like the main city of somewhere. I believe that it's gonna be extremely contested in places like New York, Tokyo, or some famous places. But if you genuinely want to find a place to paint your art, you literally have the space of a whole world. And you don't have to paint over somebody's. So it's definitely pure bullying. And the website actually kind of profit from that, not gonna lie. And I think low-key they kind of want this to happen and monetize out of it. And at some point, they even trying to touch the sweetheart of the Umamusume Ulala's face. Of course, people gonna get mad about it. Anyway, if you're part of those who try to restore the work, now you know where they're coming from and what they are thinking and their mentality. So definitely don't let them get you. And even though you might be losing at some point, because I've seen the work has completely messed up at one point, but there's one thing that we will never lose and they will never have it. And that is the heart. The work is at a place called San Pablo in Philippines. So whether you want to join the restoration or you just want to simply spectate it, you got the name of the place. And I wish you guys could support it to some extent, like removing some dicks. Anyway, I hope for the best for you guys, and see ya guys.